Now you can swivel that over and it should come off of those screws. And you know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And it looks like I'm just going to have to undo the screw with my finger a little bit more. And maybe it'll slip down without actually taking the entire screw out. Hopefully. Jeez. I guess I could take the whole screw out too if I had to. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now my module, most ceiling fans always have a groove there. So see, here's my wire nuts right here. That's black to black and white to white, and the ground here. And see, this is just going to slip up in there. So I'm going to take, I've got to undo the wire nuts. And I know the power's off, so I can undo those. Okay, just be careful as you're undoing it. And we'll take a look at this in a minute. See, these are flexible black lines, and I see how they go down into the rod. One has a black and white stripe. That's probably for the light. And I've got those underneath that, just the black wire, because remember we were using that with the pull chain. So I'm going to have to disconnect those two together off of there. Okay, there's my white wire. So see, I have a stiff black wire and a stiff white wire that go up from the ceiling. Okay, so all I got left, pull these wires over here so you can see them. I got a white wire, and I'm just going to kind of straighten that out a little bit. And I've got the two black wires. One is a black and white striped wire. And I know the black and white striped wire is for the light. Okay. Sometimes you'll see a tag on it, but generally if you just see a black wire, 99 out of 100 times that's going to be your power. Okay. Just bear with me here. You're going to see exactly how to hook this up with that module. Okay, these three wires go down to the ceiling fan extension. Okay, so I'm going to put this module up. And remember, I got a black and white wire coming out of one side. That's going to be this black and white that is up in the ceiling. And then this blue wire is going to be connected to the black and white wire. The white wire going down to the ceiling fan is to the white, and the black is going down to the ceiling fan with the black. And that's all I've got to do. Okay? So I'm going to hold this up in there. And I can just kind of fit it up in there like that. See? And it's just going to kind of sit there like that. And I've got to kind of look at this. I may have to rearrange my wires. Because see, I've got these wires coming out the front. So if I want to keep those wires there, the black and white wire going up to the ceiling, the main ones, I'm just going to reroute that and bend it over that way like that. Okay? Like that. Now see, my green wire and the copper wire is all hooked up, and I don't have to hook that up to this module. There's nothing on this module to hook up for the ground. Okay? Now I can sneak that box in there. And be careful with your little antenna wire. Okay, and I can do it like that. And then I'm going to go white to white. See, these are the two that go up to the ceiling. And I'm going to just take my wire nuts and retighten those up. Just make sure you kind of keep track of what you're doing. White to white on the little wire nut here. And then I've got the black to the black that goes up to the ceiling, up inside the ceiling for the actual power. These two wires power up the ceiling fan. You see how you got that hooked up onto the module. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of resituate these wires so that they're going to cover up on this housing, alright? Okay, so now these three wires here, I'm going to have to resituate. Well, maybe I can reach it from here. I guess I can reach it from here. I've got my other little wire nuts. And I'm going to just do it nice and easy. I'm going to take the black coming from this and hook up to the black wire that goes down, or goes to the module. These three over here for the module. These three go down to the ceiling fan. Remember, black wire, white wire, and the light. Okay, so I'm going to take the black wire and then I'm going to hook that up to the black wire on the module. Okay, and maybe I should reroute this wire up and over. I could do that. And then before I put the wire nut on, I can take those two and kind of twist them together. And that will hold those before I put the actual wire nut on. And that kind of helps. Voila, we got that wire. Okay, we're going to do the same thing now with the white wire. Let's reroute that one up through here. You having fun yet? See, this is exactly what you can do to your ceiling fan to make it remote control. Just taking those two wires and kind of connecting them together like that. Take my little wire nut and twist it on there until it's tight, like that. And then there was one, and I'm going to just do this one underneath here. I got plenty of slop here. Make sure when you do undo your wires, make sure you twist them all back together so you got just one bit of stranded wire coming out. That makes it way better, okay? I take those two and I'm going to just kind of wrap them together there, like that. You see a theme here? All I'm doing is the same thing on each one of these connections, like that. Okay? And now I'm going to have to figure out how to, I'm just going to reroute these wires a little bit and kind of poke them in there so that I can get this housing back up there. But before I do that, I'm anxious to see if it's going to work now with the remote control. Okay? Well, that's our next step. I want to make sure that works first before I put this all back together. And it should. Stick around. Let's see if it works.